Imagine strapping $10,000 to your wrist every single morning. Not jewelry, not a fashion statement, a survival tool, a symbol forged through war, betrayal, and a century of relentless obsession. That's what a Rolex is. But most people have absolutely no idea what it actually took to get there. This isn't a story about luxury. This is a story about a man who refused to fail in a world that kept trying to make him. It starts in 1905, London. A 24-year-old German immigrant named Hans Wilsdorf steps off a train with almost nothing in his pockets and one single idea burning inside him. He believes, against every expert, against every established watchmaker, against common sense itself, that a precision timepiece can be worn on the wrist. In 1905, that was laughable. Pocket watches ruled the world. They were accurate, they were trusted, they were serious. Wristwatches, by contrast, were considered fragile novelties, delicate little trinkets strapped to women's wrists at garden parties. No serious man would wear one. No military officer would trust one, and absolutely no respected watchmaker would waste his career building one. Hans Wilsdorf didn't care. He partnered with his brother-in-law, Alfred Davis, pooled their modest savings, and founded a small watch distribution company. He sourced precision Swiss movements and placed them in quality cases. He studied the market, he studied his competitors, and he studied something even more important: the future. He wanted a name for his brand, something short, something that sounded identical in every language on Earth, something memorable enough to fit on the smallest watch dial ever made. He tried hundreds of combinations. He rolled syllables in his mind on train rides and in London cafes. And then, one morning, legend says it arrived like a whisper. He had it. Rolex. 5 letters, no meaning. Total impact. But a name is nothing without a product that earns it. So in 1910, Hans Wilsdorf did something the entire watch industry considered borderline arrogant. He submitted a wristwatch to the Swiss Official Chronometer Testing Institute, the most demanding timekeeping authority in the world. Pocket watches had been certified before. Wristwatches had never even been attempted. The institute nearly turned him away. They didn't. Rolex received the world's first wristwatch chronometer certification. The watch world didn't just take notice, it was genuinely shaken. Because what Hans Wilsdorf had just proven wasn't simply that a wristwatch could keep perfect time. He had proven that the entire future of timekeeping belonged to the wrist. Then, the world went to war, and everything changed overnight. World War I, 1914. Millions of soldiers poured into the trenches across Europe. Coordinated attacks had to be synchronized down to the exact second. A pocket watch demands 2 hands, one to hold it, one to read it. In active combat, that's one hand you simply don't have. Military demand for wristwatches exploded almost instantly, and Rolex was positioned perfectly to meet it. But quietly, behind the scenes, Hans Wilsdorf's business was being strangled. His movement suppliers were Swiss. His cases were manufactured and sold in England. And the British government, desperate for wartime revenue, had imposed brutal import taxes on luxury goods, including Swiss watch components. Every Rolex shipped into England now cost more than the market would tolerate. His margins collapsed. His competitors circled. Hans Wilsdorf made the decision that would define Rolex forever. He moved. In 1919, he relocated the entire operation from London to Geneva. He restructured from the ground up. He began systematically eliminating dependency on outside suppliers, pushing towards something no watchmaker had seriously attempted at scale: Complete vertical integration. Building everything in-house. Controlling every gear, every spring, every crown, every detail, from raw material to finished watch. It was either visionary or reckless. Most observers assumed it was reckless. Then came the next battle, and this one was invisible: water. In the 1920s, moisture was the silent assassin of precision watchmaking. Humidity, rain, perspiration. A single drop of water infiltrating the wrong component and years of careful engineering became worthless rust. Every watchmaker in the world accepted this as a fundamental limitation of the craft. Hans Wilsdorf refused to accept it. He assigned his engineers to solve what the entire industry had quietly declared unsolvable. For years, they failed. Seals cracked, springs corroded, crystals fogged, movements seized. But in 1926, they broke through. Rolex unveiled the Oyster, the world's first genuinely waterproof wristwatch case. To prove it, Rolex did something so bold, so calculated, and so perfectly executed that marketing professionals still study it today. They put their watch on a swimmer. Mercedes Gleitz, a courageous young British woman, was attempting to become the first person to swim the English Channel. 21 miles of freezing, unpredictable Atlantic water. Rolex secured an Oyster watch around her neck. She entered the water and swam for over 10 hours. Rolex ran a full-page advertisement in the Daily Mail the very next morning. The world believed them. Sales surged, and Rolex began building a wall around itself. A wall of documented, witnessed, undeniable performance. Rolex survived the Great Depression. It engineered the future with the perpetual rotor. It supported prisoners of war during World War II. It reached Mount Everest and the Mariana Trench. It survived the Quartz Crisis while competitors collapsed. Rolex became more than a watch. It became a symbol, a currency, a legacy. Today, Rolex stands as the most powerful watch brand on Earth, built through 120 years of obsessive excellence. Because a Rolex doesn't just tell you what time it is, it tells the world exactly who you chose to become.